G'day and welcome to Keeonra Music. I'm Keeonra. Thank you for joining me. I am a bit confused about what song to do next. I was going to do Christmas songs. I don't feel in the Christmas spirit of things. I'm not a big believer in stuff with things, but Christmas is nice. If you're into that, if you're not, doesn't matter. But, peace to all. Joyous moments. Be kind to one another. It's kind of universal, really, you'd think. Anyway, today I thought we'd discover more of Cubase 13 while we look at some orchestral libraries. The Black Friday sales have started. It's not Black Friday yet, but I have gotten an email from a local music store. They're having a Black Friday month. I got an email this morning from Baby Audio. They've started their Black Friday sales again for the whole month. So I thought, well, let's do a bit of comparison between orchestral libraries, and I'll actually do a follow-up video which will shorten all of this so you don't have to sit through 2 hours and do a real comparison. I think it is worthwhile exercise doing and may be helpful to others. It was certainly something that I found about a year ago. I was wanting to try different orchestral libraries, and I found it of value to myself to find a video on YouTube where it was just strings playing a particular song, tune, whatever, and the same thing being played by a different library and a different library and a different library and the same thing, all in one video. No talking or rambling on like I do here, but just simply having the instruments play. It's not the be-all, end-all. It's not the playing of them. They are different, but it gives you an idea. It gives you an idea. And I think, so many orchestral libraries are quite expensive. I've never bought any virtual instruments when they haven't been on sale. So it's that time of year again. So let's be a bit smart about it and do the right thing and see how we go. So I've started with just get all this set up. I'm running a bit late again this morning. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? I've had other things to do. I have a busy life. So look, I've started this morning. Let's go over here. Let's go over to Cubase. I have started with palette, and let's make this prettier color. Let's go with the orange. We'll work through the colour schemes here and see how we go. So let's make this orange. So palette is a sketch type orchestra from Red Room. And have I used this? No. And again, maybe you can learn from some of my mistakes, regrets. They're not mistakes, not regrets. I will use them. They are handy. They are good. I need to set up templates to be able to do these. But after using Cubase's internal orchestra in my previous live stream, got me thinking, what's better? Is it best, especially for someone like I was just over a year ago, just starting out in all this, is it better just to get Cubase? And you don't need anything else. It's got sounds, it's got loops, it's got instruments, it's got an amazing synthesizer, and now it's got an orchestra. Do you need anything else? I mean, and then partner that with some free stuff. Best bang for your buck, value for money. Do you need all this other stuff? Let's find out. Let's make this a science experiment and find out. So palette is from Red Room. It's a symphonic sketch pad. I got it at an incredibly low price last year, which I was very happy about. But Has it been value for money? Well, I haven't used it. Learn from my mistakes. Mistakes? Well, I don't know. Let's select this. There's different articulations, so we've got sustains and that sort of thing. I'll probably focus on sustains because I think they're the ones that I use personally the most. Unless we're going for like the trailer music stuff, and then the staccato or spiccato is very useful. So that's nice. Let's go turn that off. Spiccato. No, that's still the sustain. Why? Ah, okay. I say we need to. No, it's still on sustain. That's really interesting. I don't know why that is. See? I need to learn how to do this. Oh, and there's effects. Oh, wow. Okay. So again, yeah, I haven't used this. I don't know why this is not giving me the other articulations. Ah, there we go. So it is key switch. For some reason, it likes the key there rather than up here. So that's pretty good. Which one's that one? It's Staccato. Let's stick with the sustains for now. And what we'll do is we'll add more in, and we'll make this a really big project, and we'll have lots of things to compare. So we'll start off with strings, and this is a paid one, and this is not violins 1, violins 2, etc. So it's polyphonic, so you can play multiple notes at once. Very nice. It sounds lovely. Look at the lower ones here. So that sounds pretty good. Okay, so we don't need any more strings, but there's the rest of the orchestra. So I think we'll start off with just the strings today and get that set up in sort of our little project that we're doing here, and see how we go. So we are using Cubase 13 for those who didn't see my previous stream, only because I thought it'd be cool to get the update, and there's lots of things that I personally will use in the update. Boom, Ashley is in the house. Welcome, Ashley. I've been focused on what I've been doing. Yeah, you're not motivated for Christmas yet either. Yeah, funny that. It's hot. Yeah, it's hot in the eastern states. I noticed it was going to be 40 degrees in my old hometown of Adelaide, where Pete Johns is. Oh my goodness, today 40 degrees. It's only November. It's not even summer yet. We're going to have a really, really hot, dry summer. I'm really concerned about bushfires. We live in a bushfire-prone area, so I'm not looking forward to summer hitting us. That could be bad. Usually is most summers, which is not good. So, yeah. So I'm just going to play around with different libraries, and I'll try and remember all the libraries I've got. I actually have a little, it's really sad, I've got a little database set up with all my libraries listed so I don't forget them. So yes, palette strings is my first one. Let's go and add another instrument. Yeah, it's going to be a hot summer. BBC Symphony Orchestra. Now, this is really good because I actually have the BBC Core. So what you can do is, I don't know why this wants to be so big. I keep changing it all the time. Default size. Choose the default scale. Make it 0.75. Set. There we go. That fits on my screen a lot better. Okay. So we can have the modes in here as core. You can also have it as discover. I haven't got the pro version. That's more expensive. The core is sort of like the entry-level orchestra, but the discover is the free one. So I can show you the free one. Here we go. And you can swap. It's really cool once you've got other ones. So again, we're going to focus on legato, and this has violins 1, violins 2, violas, cello and basses. So we're going to set it up accordingly. Let's choose violins 1 long. Let's bring this all up so the volume is all correct, and we should be able to hear it. And it does sound lovely. It sounds really nice. You can increase, I think this is reverb. And it sounds amazing. So let's bring it down just to about there. And I have used this. I certainly used this when I first started. I think it was the very first instrument I got when I was working with Cakewalk when I first started this wonderful music production process about 18 months ago. So yeah, it does sound so good, and it is free. Why wouldn't you? It's free. If you're not going to aim for being a professional composer and all the rest of it, you know, this is enough, more than enough. Even if you are going to be a professional composer, this is still enough. You know, you can certainly get by with this. It has an amazing, amazing sound, and you've got all the instruments. And I will do a full orchestra one comparison too, which is going to be a bit bigger project, but I think strings gives you an idea. So that's violins 1, BBC Symphony. This is Discover. So BBC, I'm going to put Discover violins 1. Discover, just disc, I think works. Violins 1. And then we can copy that across. So we'll put that one, we'll put the free ones at the top. I don't think I've got any other free ones. What's the other one? No, Orchestral Chords was a paid one, but that was a cheapish one. What is it called? Who does it? Project Sam. Project Sam. Add instrument track. Project Sam. Where is Project Sam? Is it via contact? Possibly. I can never remember. Let me put it over here so I can see what I'm doing. Project Sam. I'm not sure where it is, and I can't remember where. Orchestral Tools, wasn't it? I think it's Orchestral Tools. Wow, okay, I don't know what that is. Okay. Right. Let's find. Again, I would really encourage you to do better than I and go through your libraries and sort them out. Oh my goodness. I have too many. Can you really? Can you really have too many? I don't know. I think it's just one of those things. I have got Project Sam is the other free one, and I can't remember where I put it. I can't remember what it's called either. And I know it's here somewhere. This is why I usually set up all my instruments in my projects well in ahead of time. Before my streams, because otherwise I just cannot find it. Let's don't know what that's doing there. Okay, so I've got a contact there. Let's just leave that for now. Add an instrument track. See if I can find it in another way. Sampler, synth. Usually everything's just put into synth. There's a symphony orchestra.
I guess let me know if you're working. Where you end up.
Originals. Let's retro log. No, can't find it right now. Well, I'm not going to go on about that. That's UJam. Sign player might be useful. And UJam. Okay, so let's do the sign player because I think this is where I've got the Berlin Orchestra. Now, this is the Berlin Orchestra created with Berkeley. So it's sort of like the student version. So it's a lot cheaper than, and I think this is Orchestral Tools. But it's the Berlin strings, but really, really, really cheap in comparison, because the Berlin strings are like supposedly one of the best libraries out there. But this is the POV pack, the cheaper version. It is amazing because it comes with solo violins as well as the groups, etc. So let's check out. I've forgotten how to use this, so there we go. It's loading the articulations there. So I'm not that au fait with working with the sign player, but we'll work it out. And it's not polyphonic, which is interesting. So I don't know whether you can change that or not. There's a few different things. It only has the one microphone, so that's why it is a lot cheaper than the other libraries in Orchestral Tools range. But it's still good. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I think it is just meant to be violins 1. So some libraries are not polyphonic, which means you can only play one note at a time, which is fine. We'll just work with that accordingly. So that is Berlin violin 1. Now, the other one that I can do is duplicate that track, and I'll do the colours shortly, is with this one, change this back to the core, and we'll compare the strings to the core. So this is strings violins 1, and they're long, and as long as that's about right. They do sound lovely. So that's BBC Core Violins 1. Okay. So we've got Discover, which is the free one, and Core. Let's, just for comparison quickly, just playing one chord in the free version of Discover, and now the Core. Freebie, paid. Subtle with everything else, would you notice? Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? I do have what was the other one I've got? Orchestral pads. Again, I'm not sure where I've filed that. I'll have to find it later, I think. Oh, that's right. I've got the originals Epic Strings too. So I've got Cine Samples Orchestra. Oh, they'll be in Contact. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's have a look. Because last year I was going to do a comparison with choirs, and I didn't get around to doing that one either. So maybe it's time to do all of these. So I've got the sign player done. That's fine. That's the Berlin strings. We can copy that. This one, just go Contact. So I think the rest are in Contact. I think. Oh no, the Epic Strings. That's right. That's what I was going to do. So I'll do that one as well. Sounds so good, Ashley. You're saying it's still gooderer. Yes, it's still gooderer and betterer. So that's fine. Spitfire Audio's Albion one is good. It's good. Is it great? I don't know. A lot of people say that this is the be all end all for sketching. Yeah, I guess. After using Cubases, I think we'll get that in here as well. Not sure. It's yeah, bit of a challenge, I think, now. Although it does sound lovely. It is nice. You know, when you start playing an instrument, you go, oh yeah, I could really sit here for a few hours and play something really nice. So yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, So let's go with Albion 1, and then strings. So if I put the word strings there, it's all strings in one patch. If I put violin 1, then that's just a violin 1 type patch. Okay. So I've got BBC Discover, BBC Core Violins. Okay, so I do have I'll remove that one for now because I'm not sure what else I've got. Let's have a look if I can find something quickly.
I'm sure I'll find if I looked into I'd probably find I wrote one. I know how to do it. I would not be surprised to find that.
Let's see.
I know that they're there. I put those. I don't have to remember. I've documented it. Next time I have that problem.
Because I'm sure that I've forgotten some instruments that I've got. Pretty sure. I've got a lot. No, I think I might have it all. Let's see on my other disk drive, because in retrospect of building my computer, of course. Wow, I've completely forgot all about these. I have several more. Let's have a look. Orchestras. Where are they? Here we go. You gotta dive into it all. Right. So I have 8DIO's Majestica. And Majestica has just upgraded. And if you have got 8DIO's Majestica, you should have, maybe, check your emails. You should have received an email offering you an upgrade to, I think, their Pro and Ultimate versions. So they're having a bit of a sale on that at the moment. I'm just trying to get a legato. That's it, legato strong. So this is Majestica strings, legato strong. Let's get this one up here. I think this is the only string library I've got from theirs. I do have other strings actually, but they're not in an orchestral setting. This has got brass, high winds, low winds, percussions, and strings. So, yeah, 8DIO's amazing instruments. They sound really good. That's not polyphonic. Why not? Individualities unrelated. Why can't I have polyphonic? That's not what I want. Okay. Change, no. Is it just legato? Maybe. Yeah, it's not what I really want, because I want I want polyphonic. These styles legato convolutions, microphone, equalizer. Oh, that doesn't help. There's gotta be a polyphonic one here somewhere. Group Bartok. There's so many articulations. I was sure there was one. Maybe it's one of those you've got to then have it as separate. I don't know. Let's release speed, expression, dynamics, legato, volume, voice, output, MIDI channel. Yeah, I don't think. No, that's muting it, isn't it? That's soloing it. Don't know. Okay, that's interesting. That's a lot of stuff there. Let's bring it over so I can see it a little bit better. I would think that you could change it to polyphonic. I'm not seeing anything, but that's just could be my eyes. Because my eyes are really bad. Okay. I can't. Instrument options. New range, velocity range, instrument wallpaper, voice handling, mode, oldest. I would have to find out more, I think, from release trigger, maybe. Not sure. And that's really annoying because I would have thought that that would have been polyphonic, unless there are more. That's individual instruments. String samples. No. Resources. No, it's definitely in instruments, definitely in strings. Auxiliary patches, perhaps. Chordal. That could be. I don't want chords. I want individuals. So yeah, we're better with the individual strings. Group Bartok, legato, Mercato, legato, power sustains. How about sustains? See if that will work. There we go. I knew there was, because I have played with this one before. I knew there was a polyphonic patch. So they've got lots of patches. 8DIO, if you're interested in their libraries, sale time is the only time to buy their stuff. I've got most of their choirs. They are amazing. And I got the Majestica. It's on sale again at the moment. Something that's like $200 or $400 Australian. You get it for 20 or 50 or something ridiculously lower than their usual price. Is it value for money? I won't go into that. But I think this is an amazing sounding library. and their choirs and everything goes so well with it. So this is worth doing the comparison. I knew I'd find the right library in here somewhere. Now I do have somewhere here, I have their electric violin, which is really cool, and the Century ensemble series as well. So I've got the Century Orchestra too. So the Century ostinato strings, but they're just a few of the articulations. So yeah, Majestica is a massive, massive orchestra, like over the top, like hundreds of violins were sampled together. So it doesn't sound like one violin that's been replicated. They actually sampled a group of strings together, like hundreds of them, rather than the normal number of that you find in an orchestra. It is quite epic. It really is quite epic, and it is for that epic sound. So yeah, let's go with this. So this is Majestica strings sustain. So Majestica, 8DIO's Majestica. So I know which one I'm looking at. Majestica strings. Now, where are we up to? We've got Albion 1, my other favourite. So as far as price is concerned, we might look at that in a little bit later. I might have a quick look at where everything sits as far as price, but I would put it sort of maybe in this sort of order maybe. BBC Discovery is free. Then you've got palette strings maybe, then BBC Chord, then Albion 1, or maybe Albion 1 first. They're about the same price, I think. Majestica might be a little bit more, and then Berlin, I think, is a bit more, but that's the student version. So that is created with Berkeley. So yeah, I'll have to see that what that one is. After we add one more. Yep, contact 7. So we should actually compare it to the strings that are part of contact. If you get, you've got emotive strings. The other free ones I've got. Yes, I've got Foundation Staccato Strings by Heaviosity. Is another free instrument. Session Strings Pro, I think, is part of Contact. What's it called? Yes, you know what I mean? Yeah, Native Instruments thingy, when you get the thingy. Yeah, that's it, them. Words just failed me right now. But yes, so let's have a look at, I reckon emotive strings might be the way to go. Yeah, no. These are cool if you want to play certain rhythms and stuff. Because if you just want to add some string sounds to stuff, that's really cool, but I've never used them. It's just meh. I like to have a bit more control and write my own parts. But if you're not into writing parts for strings, this is a really quick and easy way of using it. So let's have a look at Session Strings Pro. This might be the way to go. Violins modern or traditional violins. violas. Let's go with traditional. Complete, that's the word I'm thinking of, complete. Depending on the complete library package that you get, I've got complete pro, not the top one, but the second from the top. So let's hear what this sounds like. Still nice. Let's do legato perhaps. Okay, so we want sustains as the polyphonic one. So we've got violins, traditional there, so that's more of a where we can have violins, we'd have two of them for violins 1 and 2, then you'd have violas, cello and basses. Or you can have it just as strings. So let's keep them separate if we can get them to be separate. So that's Session Strings Pro 2 is that one. Session Strings Violin 1. So the other one, we're getting there. Have I got a lot of string libraries? I kind of do. Now, have I got I can use palette 3 here. Well, that's handy, isn't it? There we go. Project Sam is in here and the orchestral chords. That's what I was trying to look for. Project Sam is the free orchestra. So that's another free one. Okay. Now, this is goodish. I think the BBC Discovery Orchestra is better, but it's got some really cool stuff. It's got an organ, it's got ghostly clusters, it's got Pandora bursts, so it's got different things, which is cool. It's got short strings and it hasn't got long strings. So it's only got short strings, and the whole idea is to add different components in the instrument itself. So it does sound lovely. But there's no long strings, which is, you know, a bit not as good, I don't think. And then what you do is you can just add different things. So you can do violins and you can have a combination of them. So the long ones perhaps. So if you get rid of those. So that's from Symphobia 1. So these are sort of bits and pieces from their other libraries, which I think is similar with a lot of them. But yeah, for free, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Have I used them? Not really. I've used Project Sam's choir, I think, at some point for something, which was really cool. Again, that's part of this. And you can add the choir. Where is it? Luminous choir. And there we go. We've got the choir in there as well. You can mute the strings. That sounds, for a free choir, it sounds amazing. that's really good. And then you got the strings. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So yeah, let's leave in that's Project Sam. I knew it was there somewhere. Project Sam strings. So that would definitely be in the free section. Now, my favourite, if we're looking at strings, is Cine Strings. Just because if you are serious about wanting good quality strings, I wouldn't go for anything else, I don't think. I did get some of these other cheaper ones to start off with because they were cheaper. Save up for these is my personal opinion. Everyone's different, but yeah, whenever I'm doing a song that I'm going to release, I might use other strings first and then I'll often replace them with these. It's a much bigger library. You've got way more control. You've got more microphones. And I personally think Cine Samples sounds the better ones. But that's, again, just my opinion. It just sounds real. And for me, personally, I've performed with an orchestra and I might do again one day. And that just speaks to my soul or something. It just sounds amazing. So for me, the Cine Samples range is my preferred. But out of all of these, I think it is the most expensive one. So, but that is just simply, just really, really love it. So that is Cine Samples, or yeah, Cine Strings, it's called. Cine Strings, Violins 1, Violin 1. Violins 1, Violin 1, Violin 1. There we go. And I think they're the most expensive. So out of these, we've got 2 free ones and we've got a couple of strings. Oh, we haven't got in there as far as a sketch type thing is concerned because your palette, an Albion 1 is sort of like that. Hang on. Backtrack. Let's go one more. We've got another string library, which is really cool. String ensemble symphonic essentials. Ew. This is another library part of Complete. Forgot about these. I think at the Complete, the top one, you get a better version of Symphonic Essentials. I think the Pro version is when it's introduced. Sounds pretty decent, actually. That's really nice. So this is the Essentials pack. If I were to upgrade, maybe I will one day, don't know. If I were to upgrade to Complete the Ultimate, I think, Ultimate Collection, then you get the upgraded version of this. And I'm not sure whether you get more articulations or more microphones. I'm not sure. Excuse me. So that is really, really good. Actually, that one, I haven't used this before, but that's really nice. So we've got that one in there, but we've also got so it's violins 1, got string ensemble or violins 1, 2, violas 1. No, let's keep them separate. It's better control, I think, if we keep them separate. So that's string ensemble. That's Symphony Essentials. Okay, Symphony Essentials is that one. Okay, you can see I've got a lot of libraries. Oh, that was violins 1 too. Violins 1. How do you write it? I've forgotten how you write it. Symphony Essentials. Okay, so adding another instrument track. Context 7 again. Chords, orchestral chords. There we go. So you've got low chords, tutti octaves. Let's go tutti chords. Now I think this is the whole orchestra. That might not be worth putting into this one, because this I'm just going to sort of focus on the string libraries. Again, you get this on sale and it's really, really good. That's right. This, you just play one key at a time and you get a whole orchestra playing a chord. And depending on the keyboard where you play, whether it's major or minor, it's very Lord of the Rings, isn't it? They're all minor chords up there on the green section and the red section. Not sure. Diminished, perhaps. So that is a really cool instrument, and again, that one is really, really cheap. And I say cheap, but it's one step up from free, really. So I don't think I'll put it into this one because it's got the full orchestra. I'm just going to concentrate on the strings for this particular one, but I will keep it in mind for the future. Now, are there any other strings that I've got? Action strings, don't want those. Sini strings, I've got emotive strings, foundation staccato strings, not so much session strings. The other ones, so I'll remove that track. And what I will do is add in here strings. So I've got originals intimate strings and originals epic strings. So might be worth adding both of those. Augmented strings and UJAM strings. I don't really want to put them in because they're more of an effect per se rather than traditional strings. I want to keep this as traditional strings, close to as traditional strings as possible, I think, for this exercise. But I will put in the epic strings and the intimate strings. I think it's worth having a listen to those because some people just want strings. And these are Spitfire Audio. So, as you can see by their massive interface that keeps loading up way too big for me anyway. So let's have a bit of a listen to this. Again, it's a, I would say, polyphonic, yes. Oh, you have to go. No worries, Ashley. Thank you very much for joining me. And yes, keep an eye out on future videos. And for anyone else that might be watching live, lurking in the background, that's okay. Or watching the replay. In the clicky bits down below, you can do the like thing with thumbs and things, or you can subscribe and ring the cowbell and get notified of when I actually finish this and put out a separate video just to the real comparison of string libraries. It's a valid thing. It's an important thing to get an idea if you haven't purchased such things before. But this one is interesting. So have a great weekend, Ashley. Thank you for joining me. And I'll save this. I haven't saved it yet, so I better save this. Hey, that will be good. Let's put that over here so you don't need to see where I'm putting it. Oh my goodness. Yes, orchestral comparison. So string libraries is what I'm doing. So I will add that to my projects in here and we're good. Take care, Ashley. Have a good weekend. All right, let's continue with this. So this is Originals Epic Strings. It sounds lovely. And again, it's just a strings library. I think these are offering about $29 US. I don't know. We'll look it up. We'll have a look in a minute. We'll bring it all up. But this is one of the cheaper ones if you're just looking for strings. So Originals Epic Strings. There we go. And the other one is Intimate Strings. So let's have a look at Intimate Strings. Let's see what that one is. Again, with the really, really big interface. But I do have my my display a lot bigger than most people would have it. Okay. Intimate strings. Oh, as it says on the box. Oh, wow. That's just gentle. It's really gentle. That's nice. You've got different mic positions too. So, oh wow, I didn't even notice up here. We've got lots of different articulations. Okay. Good then. Long flortando. Just long, perhaps. There we go. It's a bit louder. There we go. So I think with the difference between the epic strings and the intimate strings is the number of string players they sampled at one time. So I think it's fairly similar. So that's the intimate strings. Let's just double check that I've got similar. So this is strings live. Let's move that to long. So it's a more valid comparison when we're looking at it with the others. Oh yeah, that's deeper and richer. That's got more. That's got more. There's definitely more. I think the microphone positions have a lot to do with it as well. So I've got to be mindful of that when I'm doing a comparison to make sure that it's a more valid comparison. So that's going to be a bit tricky.
Yeah.
I would say these would be price-wise, maybe there. Let's see how correct I am. Symphony Essentials, session strings. I mean, you've got to get complete to get those. So where would I put those? Maybe about there, perhaps. Symphony Essentials. I think session strings might be a bit cheaper because it's in a lower version of complete. You might even get that in complete start. I'm not sure. I have to check that out. But I think it's worth having a look at, you know, in light of the price as well, because that's important. That's all the string libraries I have, I think. I hope. There's one more, but I'm not sure whether what's it called? Labs. So let's add labs in here. Audio, Spitfire Audio Labs, which is free. And they have strings, but do they have strings that are more traditional? They have lots of effects stuff, which is cool. And you might want that for certain things. But do they have, synth strings? No. So that's where, you know, this is good, but it's not, you know, if you want effects and really cool stuff, you know. Yeah, but not traditional strings. So, I mean, Spitfire Audio already put out their BBC Discover. Discover or Discovery? What's it called? Discover. So, you know, this is your go-to, I think, for a free one. That's my personal recommendation. I'm not supported or sponsored by any of these organisations. These are all libraries that I have purchased of my own hard-earned money and coins that I found at the back of the couch, mini coins, over time. So let's start colouring these so we can see what these are separately, because that just makes life a lot easier. Let's make that orange, that's fine. Let's make this one a, how many have we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12? Wow, I've got a lot, haven't I? We haven't got that many colours. So we'll go with that, and then we'll just go 2 up each one. So that will be that one. That one. And we're up to the end. That one. We might not. That one. I should have gone probably 3. Yes, I think 3 would be the way to go. So we start with that one. 3. Okay. That one. 3, that one. And that one. Not that button. Not that button. What did I get to? Color 47. There we go. So that was 47. 1, 2, 3. 47. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's 53. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We're getting close. And to there. Whoops. Where did we get to? I can't remember now. Ah, that was 59. That one. 1, 2, 3. And then we're coming out the other end. That'll do. There we go. It looks pretty. And we can just distinguish them. So that's what we really want. So let's save that. And let's, for the sake of seeing what's available out there, let's do a quick little search for what's what where. Let's have a little look-see. So if we, Cubase, what's new? Let's have a look for Spitfire Audio, because you've got Discover and BBC Symphony Orchestra. So there we go. We've got the Discover Orchestra, which is free, and this is where you can get it from here. So $0. Awesome. It is great. But then you've got there we go. So you've got the professional, but this is what I've got is the core version. So BBC Symphony Core, and I might need to, so this is $449. I think that's US dollars. So I'm not quite sure about the prices, but I think that is in US dollars. So is it better? Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? When we get to all that and have a look. But that's not bad. That's pretty good. Let's have a look at Spitfire Audio's originals, because we've got their original strings in there as well. We've got most relevant products. Thank you. Next page. So epic strings and intimate strings. And we've also got Albion 1 in there as well. So we've got a few. So this too is $449. So $449 for BBC Symphony Orchestra Core. You can have violins 1, violins 2, violins 3, etc. Albion 1, it's polyphonic. It's got a strings patch. Okay, big difference. Original strings, $29. Sorry, for the epic strings. Intimate strings, same again, $29. So big price difference. And when these are on sale, they do go on sale sometimes. Keep an eye out. Get them for $19. Again, all of these I got on sale. I don't pay top price for anything. So interesting. There you go. So there's the Spitfire Audio. So this is 8DIO. Now they are having a sale on at the moment. Do they have Black Friday sales? Can't remember. Do a Google search. That's what I did last year, and I looked at the previous year's stuff that was on the internet, and Google still held on to it. Yay. So the Majestica series is a 240-piece orchestra. That's why it does sound epic. You can get the bundle from $58. So it is quite cheap at the moment, I think. So Majestica series, Ultra is 98, Majestica Pro is 78, Majestica Standard is 58. And if you already have Majestica, then yeah, you get a lot extra for the Ultimate, I think. Would you want it? Do you need it? Don't know. It's up to you. There's different mic positions. There's ambiances. I'd have to have a look at the video about it. This has only come out recently. But yeah, it used to cost a lot more. So that's interesting. So yeah, they've got lots. So they've got, ensemble strings. The century strings, which I do have some of. They've got solo strings, which are amazing. And ostinato strings, which I do have. See, they've got a sale on at the moment with these cage strings down from $400 to $58. So, case solo strings, $248 down to $28. Now, these are US dollars, I believe. So this is pretty good. Just want to double check. I'm not signed in. That's okay because I do have a lot of their libraries. I get extra discount at checkout time. So I just want to make sure that that's not the case. Oh, they've got an electric cello. I love electric cellos. See, I shouldn't look. So yeah, they've got a lot on sale at the moment. So it's worth having a look at that. So yeah, the Majestica is what I have at the moment. And I'm pretty sure that was a lot more when I paid for that. I wonder if I've still got that there. Majestica 2.0, yeah. Oh, here we go. That's why. Let's have a look. So, Majestica, it's not in alphabetical order, which would be handy. Again, getting organised. Wow. There we go. So, okay. No, that sounds about the right price. Yep, so I would have gotten the Majestica, what would have been Ultra. So they've split it up into 3 different price points now. And yeah. So Majestica Pro and Ultra, the same Majestica you know and love, so much more. It's the largest symphony orchestra ever sampled, 240 players. So yeah, I think what I would have gotten is the equivalent to Ultra. And they're offering a bit more now, and so I can upgrade for a much smaller price to get the upgraded version. Will I? Don't know. I'll have to look into it more. What I've got at the moment is sufficient, so I'm not sure whether I will or not. I'll have to think about that. But certainly that's a a pretty good price. Will it be on sale? Don't know. So that's definitely one that I'll have to put down in the lower price ones. So we can actually move these into tabs, which will be from lowest to highest. We've got the free one, of course. I won't put that one there. But Majestica is cheaper than the BBC Symphony Core and Albion One. So there you go. Now let's look at what was the other one? So Cine samples. They're probably my favourite ones. Oh yeah, this is the other thing. Museo One. Now Museo One is similar to Composer Cloud, whatever that's called. I can't remember what it's called. Similar to that, it was a subscription base. But now they're saying intro price of $2.99, and you've got lifetime access. Excuse me, got a bit of a cough there. That's really interesting. Again, I would think this is US prices, but I got the orchestra. And I got, so there's the orchestral chords that we had a quick look at before. They're $175. I got on sale for I think $30 odd or something like that. You can buy Cine winds, Cine strings, Cine percussion, all the rest of it, but you can buy them as a package. Cine brass and Cine winds. No, Cine symphony. There we go. Core. Yep, that's the one. So the core bundle is $1,500. Did I pay that? No. So they're saying get these libraries and 1,400 plus premium instruments by ensembles in Museo. So $9.99 a month or $299, and that looks like a one-off price. Wow. That's interesting. That is really interesting. That would be worth thinking about. Going by what I said before, where I said, in my opinion, this is the best. And look, I have. Let's have a look at something else here. Is I also have all the choirs. So the choir bundle, which is Voices of War and Voxos, which if you buy them separately is over $1,000. If you buy them together, $549. Again, I got them on sale. But is that so is that better than that? It says yours forever. Yours forever, $299. Perpetual access to all current and upcoming 2023 Museo instruments. Catalogue upgrades available starting in 2024. So Museo one, $299, $9.99 a month. I can't get over that. Wow. To all current and upcoming. Yeah. Because There's some amazing, amazing instruments, like really cool choirs and instruments, pipe organs. Yeah, this is really putting... That's really interesting. Buy once, use forever. Yeah. Yeah, new Museo one. Perpetual access to all new instruments released in 2023. So that is really interesting. I was just starting out. I think I know what I'd pick. If I didn't have anything else, go the freebies, go what's in Cubase. Oh, we haven't added Cubase, have we? But that's really interesting. Really interesting as far as that's concerned. Let's go with Berkeley Berlin Orchestra. I can't remember how much that one is, but it is from Orchestral Tools. Yeah. So this is $849 euros, 849 euros, which I think is similar to US dollars. I'm not sure. Again, I got it when it first came out on sale. So yeah, it's a very traditional orchestra with the intention of students that are studying with Berkeley to get a discount through Orchestral Tools in order to have the same sort of orchestral instrument that is very, very traditional, very much like what is industry standard and very simple. It's only got one mic position. So you get a better way of using, more the practical side of using an orchestra and orchestral virtual instruments and samples. So, yeah. So that one's $849. I can't get over Museo. That's really interesting. That's really interesting because that was always something that I thought about getting. Composer Cloud. What is it called? East West. There we go. East West Composer Cloud. That's the other one that I was thinking of because that's in direct competition with them, with all of their instruments. And yes, they have some amazing stuff too. And it was always a case of, but they're always adding to their instruments. They have some amazing instruments, amazing sounds, but I've never been one for a subscription base because I think, well, if I don't pay every month, then I lose it. And does that mean I'm a hoarder? I don't know. But I don't know how much it costs, and I really don't like that. I want to know how much it costs from the start. Try it, it's free, and then we'll charge you a fortune. No, I just want to know how much it costs because that really is annoying. Really, I'm just getting started. How much does it cost? See, right at this point, this is where I go, yeah, I'm not even going to go with your company because you won't even be transparent and tell me how much you charge. Whereas the other one, more than happy to give them my money because they're being honest. For me, this is not being honest. I don't want to try for a month. I want to know how much you charge. So cost of East-West Composer Cloud. Thanks. Yeah, whatever. There we go. $30 a month. 2 different subscription plans for $30 a month. Users can access 7 collections of their choice, plus an extra collection every 3 months at no extra cost. $50 a month, you can access the whole lot. Right, is that correct? Nope, $19.99 a month or $199 a year. This is on their website. Why didn't they just say that from the start? This should be on their homepage. Be transparent. How does that compare to Museo? $299 once, $99 a year. Do they have as many instruments? I think East West have been doing it longer and have got more instruments. Some people go with that and I'm very happy. And look, hats off to you. But that's still a subscription. You have to keep paying that. This, yours forever, shoo, that's tempting. If I didn't have all these other libraries, that's very tempting. Interesting stuff. What other libraries do I have? No, I'm not starting my free trial, but thank you. I'll accept. Yes, cookies are yummy. So let's go back to Cubase. What have we got? We've got Berlin Majestica, Symphony. Yes, native instruments. Let's have a look at how much complete is, because that's the other thing, is how much is native instruments complete these days. So, and do all the string libraries come with it? Don't know. So this is in Australian dollars now, so you've got to be careful what you're looking at. So I've got, there we go. I've got Complete 14 Ultimate. So it depends what you want to get. $1,000, basically $1,200 Australian. I think this is in Australian prices down here. It is up here, so I'm not sure. Complete 14 standard. $5.99, $8.99. Yeah, so these are US prices. Okay. By the looks of it. Did I pay that? No way. So I ended up getting Complete 14 standard when I first got this, and then I only upgraded to Ultimate. I was still on Complete 13 for a long time, and I only upgraded to Ultimate in the last sale that they had about this time last year. Keep an eye out for sales. Oh no, they have their summer sale is the only one, which I think was a few months ago. They might have a sale coming up. They're doing lots of things on the Native Instruments website. So keep an eye out for that. So that is more of the expensive side when you're looking at about $1,200, aren't you? So, you know, your Cine strings would be the most expensive. Berlin Majestica was quite cheap in comparison. So that was on par with the originals. So that goes up there. Session strings. Was your complete, your palette. Red Room palette, yes. So Red Room palette. There you go, Sketchpad. Now I definitely got this on sale, a lot cheaper than this. So $299 but you also want to get orchestral effects, melodics, runs and arps to get the entire collection, so to speak. These are $200 a pop when they're not on sale. And this is $300. Now, there were 3. Let's have another look. Yep. So that's $600. I think this is US prices again. Yep, US dollars. 600 plus 300 is $900. That makes it more expensive than the BBC Symphony Orchestra Core or Albion 1. For a sketchpad, when I got it on sale, I got, yes, in my database I actually have put here how much I paid for things. For this very reason, palette. So how much did I pay? I paid in Australian dollars, which would be 3/4 as much again. So it would have been $300. Yeah, so it would have been $300 for the whole lot. So instead of $900, I paid $300. I paid $300 for that, included those. And I had to shop around to get it from, I didn't get it direct from Red Room, I got it from another supplier. So they went through someone else and it wasn't dodgy or anything, it was the right thing to do. It's like plug-in boutique sort of thing, but it was another, I think, can't remember the name of the company. But it was $300 for the lot. So that is definitely the way to go to get any of these orchestras if you're interested. Would I put it? Well, realistically, it would go there, which is Discover's free, Project Sam's free, Originals is $29 US each, Majestic is a little bit more, Session Strings be more, Palette Strings would be there before Session Strings, which is part of Complete. 13, 14, 14, 13. Where am I? Complete. I've lost it. Complete 14. Yes. Complete 14. So these are pretty much in order now of cost price. So now it's a case of, do they compare to quality in that order? That's where we go next. So let's just, as an example, play a chord from each as I go down. That's a bit too high. Let's do down here. Just a C major chord in each one. So this is BBC Discover, Project Sam, Epic Strings. Need to do that. Intimate Strings, Majestica Strings, Palette Strings, Session Strings. I will have to check the settings on all these. Albion 1, BBC Core, Symphony Essentials, Berlin's Violin 1. Okay, not polyphonic, that's not helpful. Sydney Strings. Just saying. Look, I did play Sydney Strings. You saw my reaction, but then I played BBC Discover. Just saying. It's It's one of those things I really still liken it to. A friend gets hang on, just bear with me because I think this needs a little bit of a discussion. I liken this to going to a friend's place or family and seeing that they've bought a new TV. Aren't they lucky? And you look at that TV and go, wow, that looks amazing. And you think, I might look at getting one of those TVs too. Then you go to the store, whichever store you choose, an actual store rather than online, and you actually see a wall of TVs and you see that TV and you ask the assistant, I wanted to look at this particular TV, and they go, yep, there it is. And you look at all the other TVs next to it and you go, but it's not as good. Or it's better than you thought because all the rest are crap. But often, it's not as good because this one's amazing and that one, the colours are great and the contrast is brilliant in that one, but the sound is amazing this one. That's what it's like with virtual instruments. So, when I play Violin 1, BBC Discover, free, Project Sam, free, Originals, Epic Strings, $29. Intimate Strings, $29. Majestica Strings, what do we say? I don't know, $59 or something. Palette Strings, $300. $300. Session Strings, part of Complete. It's a bit hard to price that one, isn't it? Because it's part of all the other instruments, part of Complete, which I think is worth it, especially when you're starting out. Albion 1, BBC Core. Same price point, Albion 1. Overrated, I think. Sorry, Spitfire, just my opinion. But your BBC Core sounds lovely. Symphony Essentials. Now that was part of Complete too, wasn't it? Yeah. That sounds nice. That I think is only part of the Ultimate collection, which is different to Session Strings. Part of Complete, but not the Ultimate. Sounds a bit better, doesn't it? Berlin Strings for Berkeley. Not as emotional. Look, Sydney Strings. Just makes my heart sing. Honestly, Sydney Strings are is my favourite. And I tell you what, Museo 1, if I would go back in time now to about 12, 14 months ago, I'd get Museo 1. That would be my answer. One-time payment for all the libraries that they've got now and possibly in the future. I'd read the fine print. I'd want to read the fine print. But I tell you what, that's amazing. For me, that would be it. Because you get all of their libraries. I'd keep an eye on that. That might be an introduction price and you might not get it that low again. Is it a gamble you want to worth gambling for? Excuse me. Maybe. Interesting. Let's add. That was Halion, wasn't it? Halion Sonic is the instrument where you can get Iconica Sketch. Now, this is Cubase's new instrument, part of Cubase 13. Let's put Violins 1 in there and have it on legato. Just can't believe. Or is it sustain? Sustain, I want. We've got volume somewhere. Master tune, because it sounds like it's really quiet. Okay, that's level. It is just a quiet instrument by the sounds of it. But, so that's violins 1. So that's Iconica sketch, violins, and it's violins 1, not violin 1, it's violins. Okay, I'm not going to change them all. I'll change them later. But that comes part of Cubase, and Cubase would be priced around, well, it's cheaper than Complete. Be in there. Is it cheaper than Complete Standard? No, that's US, so it's almost double for me. Yeah, would be. Yep. So, violins 1. How does that compare to palette, which is supposedly another sketch instrument? Really quiet. They're very different sounding, aren't they? But, oops. But it's good to do the comparison because I think then you get a better idea. It is very quiet. That's a little bit better. We can compare that a little bit better now. Bring the gain up a bit. Very different timbre. Timbre. Yes, a slightly different sound. So, look, that's... have I written any music? No, but I think this might be beneficial for some people to be able to have a look and listen to what sort of string libraries are available out there and for what prices. Museo is I heard about Museo being launched just almost a year ago. Very, very interesting. And I wasn't sure where it was going or what they were going to do. But once off price and access everything. Lifetime access. Whose lifetime? My dad always used to say that. Whose lifetime is it? It's a lifetime warranty. Yes. So if I live another 10 years, that's 10-year warranty. I live, another 50 years, that's a 50-year warranty. Are you going to still be around then? Can I bring it back in 50 years? I might live that long. Highly unlikely, but you never know. Monthly subscription, once off price, buying a product outright. Yeah. I want to have a look at that again, honestly. Museo, it just seems... I want to know 30-day test drive, no credit card required. and their intro price ends December 31. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that video, I think, afterwards. So it's only the core. There's core instruments. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's very interesting. Buy once, use forever. New app features and updates for life. I might try that and see what it is like. Catalogue upgrades available starting in 2024. Intro pricing. Don't know. At least 250 gig hard drive space. I'm running out. But that seems, I don't know. I mean, when things seem too good to be true, it does seem to be too good to be true. Look, I'm going to leave it there for today. I'll save my Cubase file before I go any further. I hope this has been beneficial. Has it been enjoyable? I don't know. But I think in getting ready for Black Friday sales, some people may find it beneficial to know what to buy or what to look at. I'm going to play around with these sounds and write a little piece of music, or I might just stand on the shoulders of giants and borrow something from Beethoven. And yeah, have something that is comparative so that people can make a better choice. There are other string libraries out there. There are other orchestral libraries out there. Absolutely. There are many other instruments, for example, augmented strings and UJAM strings, which are different instruments, again, at a very different price point. And that may be more of what you're looking for, because then you've got a variety of very, very different sounds. So it depends on what you're looking for in your music projects. For me, I wanted a few different options to do different things with a view of doing professional work, which I may still do as time progresses. It's a challenging decision to make. I'm going to look further into this Museo option, and perhaps we might have a look at that. I might get the free trial for 30 days and see how that compares, because that changes everything. If that was an option a year ago, I think I would have gone with that, but only possibly knowing what I know now. So very interesting. Very interesting. Spitfire Audio have come out with their Abbey Road orchestra. They've got lots of orchestras, which is lovely. I don't want them all. I've got lots now, which have very different sounds, and it depends what you're after and what works for you, I think. Yeah. Yep. Let's leave it there. On that happy note, until then, a bit more. Thank you, Ashley, for joining me today. And yes, have a good weekend. I hope it doesn't get too hot over there. I know the eastern states are getting a bit of influx of heat from Western Australia, where I am from. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe and ring the cowbell if you choose to. It does help me and my channel out immensely for doing videos like this and what I'm about to embark on with, the orchestral sort of which library versus which library, and maybe I'll be able to go through it a little bit more in the next live stream, and hopefully I've got a bit more information and insight about what works better. Some instruments might be easier to use per se as well, so I might go through some of those things in the next live stream. What my discovery was in creating a comparison type video, and then I'll actually do a shorter video so you don't have to listen to me rambling on and on and on. All right, I'm out of here. It's coming up my lunchtime here, so I'm off, going for a nice walk, having a bite to eat, and then doing stuff with things, including having a look at these many string libraries that I have. Having a look at Museo too. Interesting stuff. So take care. Until then, stay well and enjoy life and make more music wherever you are in the world, because music is key to everything, I think. Bye for now.